Hey, KS Services is now running their $59 fall tune-up special. Our team arrives on time and is always professional. Be sure your unit is ready for the cooler temperatures by visiting our website, callks.com today, and schedule your appointment. It's fast and easy. The weather's getting cooler and the days are getting shorter. Don't let the fall weather sneak up on you. Call us today, 205-322-9090, AL certification number 1112.
I'm meteorologist Brian Peters with a look at your Alabama weather through the Weather Xtreme video this morning for the last day of 2017, December the 31st. Happy New Year's Eve. There's a look at our satellite image, and we do have a lot of clouds over the southeastern U.S. I do note that it's clear over northeastern and east central Georgia and South Carolina, and there's some clear spots over Florida. But otherwise, we're dealing with a low-pressure system that is along the Gulf Coast, and fortunately for us, I think that low pressure is coming in fairly weak, as pretty much was forecast, and the result is that we may not be having as many issues with that system with the cold air in place. In the meantime, of course, we're still stuck with this upper air pattern of this broad trough over the eastern two-thirds of the country, but take heart. At least on the edge of voodoo, there may be some brief relief. Temperatures didn't fall quite as far as we anticipated for this morning. It's very, very cold in the Tennessee River Valley. Those temperatures were also expected to get down into central Alabama, and they have not. You note that most areas in central Alabama are above 32, and when you get down to South Alabama, it's in the 40s, and that's really good because I think that helps to reduce our threat for wintry precipitation. Also on radar, you can see that it doesn't seem to be much. We've been saying all along that it's going to be light, and it certainly looks like that is true. Now, we have to turn our attention now. The deep purples that you see, or the brighter purples you see across Louisiana, Mississippi, and Arkansas, those are hard freeze warnings that are now in effect for that area all the way out through midweek. And all the blues, the cyans and muted blues you see are wind chill. The cyans are wind chill advisories. The muted blues are wind chill warnings. QPF-wise, as we've been saying, the precip from this event is not going to be that much. And as you can see, less than a tenth of an inch is forecast by the WPC folks. And Storm Prediction Center, all this cold, there's no threat of thunderstorms. All right. 06Z GFS model run this morning, and there's the upper trough, and we see another shot, a reinforcing shot of cold air coming our way. In the meantime, a rather strong high that is over 1053 over Montana and the Dakotas, and that is making its influence felt all the way down to the southeastern U.S. If you track all the way back, it's way back into north-central Canada. That's the fetch. All right, let's look at some intermediate models. The HRR suggesting the freezing precipitation could be a little further north. I think the HRR is a little too far north, but it's certainly what it is anyway, and it showing very little. It also shows it moving out very quickly. This is by 20Z. This is 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so basically all over. The GFS is still suggesting the possibility of that small band of freezing rain and sleet across central Mississippi moving into the west central part of Alabama. The GFS has that out of here by 0Z, so 6 p.m., and the European still has a little bit of that freezing rain and sleet right along that thing, but it also is moving things out quickly. So I think there's a possibility the National Weather Service may be modifying their winter weather advisory. Monday, as we hit January the 1st, 2018, we see another shot of cold air coming in there, and again that large high settling in, and that's just bringing the cold air our way. We see another one coming into the northern part of the U.S. on Tuesday with, again, the surface high settling in over the middle Mississippi River Valley. Not much change to the pattern except that it does sharpen up. This is going to mean a bit of a roller coaster ride for us. This is Wednesday. Thursday, it's still pretty sharp. So we're going to see some cold temperatures, and the temperatures are going to be up and down, improving a little bit and then getting back to some colder values. And Thursday, the surface pattern shows another large high beginning to break loose out of south central Canada. We don't see much change to the overall pattern on Friday or on Saturday. But again, the high settling in over the Ohio River Valley. But we do see a little bit of relief possible on Sunday. Now, don't get your hopes up too high here, but it looks like weak ridging could replace the broad trough, at least for a few hours, maybe a day or two. And that means, holy mackerel, that means we could see some temperatures into the 40s, maybe even around 50. Wow. But the pattern also features moisture beginning to return up the lower part of the western part of the lower Mississippi River Valley, so we'll have to be watching for that. Looking out into Voodoo Country, that ridge doesn't last long. By Monday, we're seeing another broad trough begin to develop. That broad trough is in place by Wednesday, and we're seeing a nice strong trough moving through the flow. That one definitely bringing some colder airs. The 540 line actually advances down probably as far south as about Meridian. And the GFS out at 252 hours, suggesting some winter mischief is a possibility. This is around the 10th of January. The one thing I will say about this, and I'm not making a forecast for this right now, is that it has been consistent. The GFS has been consistent with showing something around the 10th. We see another sharp trough coming through, once again, the broader flow of the broader trough on Friday. And then even as we get out to the very end of the period there on the 14th of January, another one. So the bottom line is January 2018 is just plain going to be cold. That'll do it for the Weather Extreme video for this morning. James Spann should be back from vacation, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Never figured out exactly what my father meant by that, but anyway. So he'll have the next one, and I believe he'll probably stick with a one-a-day schedule for the new year, the holiday day, but we'll probably be back on 2 for the rest of the week. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Have a great day. Be aware of this extended cold, and Godspeed.
Hey, KS Services is now running their $59 fall tune-up special. The weather's getting cooler and the days are getting shorter. Don't let the fall weather sneak up on you. Call us today, 205-322-9090, AL certification number 11120.